son. What's happening, everyone? Thank you for joining us for another Overwatch Odyssey League matchup. Tonight we have got the VW Odyssey draft team going up against the Gum Guzzlerz. This will be an interesting one. We did again have to find some ringers, unfortunately, for VW Odyssey. So we have two of J Dynasty filling in. We've got Squidstorm and Lelouch filling in. And meanwhile, we have got Axel and Kolbach and Jakey Wakey from the Respawn Rangers playing. And then the Gum Guzzlerz sticking with pretty much normal lineup here, and with the exception of one sub, they have got Sleepy now filling in. So I'm excited to see what happens here as we go into this matchup. We are starting off with Control at Oasis, so let's go ahead and see what happens. So looking at this matchup, you know, as I had mentioned earlier, J Dynasty is going to be filling in 2 of 5 spots for the VW Odyssey. So we'll see how that plays into this matchup, as if you've been following the Overwatch Odyssey League, J Dynasty did finish out the preseason undefeated, so doing a very dominant job at competing in this preseason, so we'll see how that plays into this matchup. Meanwhile, Kolbach making his first appearance for the VW Odyssey. Jakey Wakey filling in once again. He will be playing the first game and hopefully commentating the second. And then Axel, another new member of the Overwatch Odyssey League. Excited to see what Axel will bring to the table here. Meanwhile, we have got Mark playing Ramatra, Connor playing the Hanzo and doing a very good job at that. You see Bored Dad playing Moira again, Brody on Mercy, and Sleepy playing McCree. So we'll see what happens. And actually Bored Dad now switching to Kiriko, so we'll see how that goes. See a solid wall coming there from Squid. Axel really pushing in. Axel does go down to Mark. Lelouch able to get Brody there. Mark able to get Jakey Wakey in the back line. Squid trying to isolate their team, but unfortunately unable to do so. Connor able to get Kolbach back there, and Connor able to punch Lelouch, and Gum Guzzlerz are able to come away with the first point here.
Your guardian angel.
See VW Odyssey now pushing here. Axel able to get a solid fire strike there, taking down Bored Dad, trying to prevent the res here. Mark getting pretty low, but able to take down Axel. Sleepy able to take down Jakey Wakey. Connor getting Kolbach. Lelouch able to get Mark, but you see Lelouch and Squid here. Res is used to keep Mark here, and Lelouch taking a lot of damage there from the grenade coming from Sleepy, and then finished off by Connor. Squid having to pull back here. See several ults here coming from the Gum Guzzlerz. Connor able to get Kolbach and Jakey Wakey. Squid able to take down Sleepy, but Connor's here. And Connor able to get Squid down. There's just a Lelouch here, and Lelouch does go down as well.
Your guardian angel.
See Squid now switching to Sojourn here. Axel now pushing Gum Guzzlerz off the high ground. Gum Guzzlerz at 92% though, so they're going to have to step. Sleepy able to get Axel down. Beat dropped here by Lelouch. Mark is going to go ahead and use ult as well. Able to get Kolbach down. Squid going down. Jakey going down. That is a triple kill for Mark here, and Connor able to finish off Lelouch. And that is going to be round 1 of this first game. Definitely a very impressive push coming from the Gum Guzzlerz here. I do like to see, again, we keep talking about that aggressiveness and catching the other team off guard with that. So definitely like to see that. Solid play coming from both Connor and Mark again. Sleepy with those grenades. Really doing a good job of countering Lelouch's Lucio play there, slowing Lelouch down. And then playing Ramatra against Axel's Rhine seems to be proving to be pretty effective. You do see some changes being made on the VanWar Odyssey lineup here. Lelouch now playing Alari, Axel switching to Sigma, and Jakey now playing Soldier. Likewise, Squid is going to be playing Genji now. Kolbach sticking with Baptiste here. See, VanWar Odyssey playing the high ground here. Still no picks made here in the second round. But of course, as I say that, Mark able to get Axel, Connor able to get Kolbach. VanWar Odyssey able to get the point, but it'll be short-lived here. Jakey Wakey almost able to get Mark down, but unable to do so. It is just Squid, and Squid goes down to Connor. So with getting just 8%, the VanWar Odyssey lose the point.
Pain is inevitable.
We're pushing this room here. Looks like we are going to have a Ramatra duel here as Axel is now switching to Ramatra, and it seems to be paying off. Mark getting very low but surviving here. See, Alari's pylon goes down for the VanWar Odyssey. Connor able to get Kolbach in the back line. Axel able to go down. Coalescence pop by Board Dad here, taking down Jakey Wakey. Coalescence taking down Lelouch, and Connor able to get Squid down. And Kolbach does go out to try and advance a little bit, but ultimately gets punished for doing just that, as Board Dad is able to suck the life right out of Kolbach. Coming up, you do see another Ramatra ult coming from Mark. You've got Connor holding on to those dragons, so we'll see how that plays in this next team fight. Meanwhile, we just have Dragon Blade, and I guess now Alari ult here on the Odyssey side. Sleepy able to get Kolbach and Axel here. Mark also pushing in. You see Jakey trying to ult here, but going down to Brody, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and use ult here. Axel able to get Board Dad down here. Brody going down as well. Sleepy down to Jakey Wakey. Mark looking low as well. And Mark goes down. Solid final push coming from the VanWar Odyssey. Connor really making a push. Able to get Lelouch down. But ultimately goes down himself. VanWar Odyssey now coming away with the point here. So now they're going to have to hold throughout the remainder of this game. If the Gum Guzzlers are able to get point back, that is going to be the end of the second round and the end of the game.
You cannot escape me.
Your guardian angel.
Your end is within my reach.
The Gum Guzzlers are going to push high ground here. Connor able to get Squid down. Mark able to get Kolbach and Jakey. It's just Axel there. And you see Lelouch trying to do what Lelouch can, but unfortunately unable to do anything, and that is going to be the end of the first game.
Play of the game.
And we'll be right back as we get the second game set up here for this matchup. Alrighty, we are getting ready to go into the second game here of this VW Odyssey Gum Guzzlerz matchup, and the next game will be a face-off at Flashpoint at New Junk City. So we'll see what the teams can do here in this second game. Definitely saw a lot of really good things coming from the Gum Guzzlerz. Going into that first game, playing aggressive as they always do, and not letting, having to make that substitution really affect their lineup in any sort of way. So definitely a good thing there for the Gum Guzzlerz at least. Now, VW Odyssey, especially with those changes that they had to make kind of last minute, playing with ringers every game isn't necessarily a good thing. All preseason we've been using the word synergy. That team chemistry just isn't there for them, and I think it definitely shows. But I know that they were discussing team comps to see what they can do in order to counter what the Gum Guzzlerz have here. So we'll see what happens here in the second game. You do see from the get-go, so they are obviously running a much different composition here. So Squid is going to be playing Ash. You see Kolbach on Mercy, Lelouch playing Bap, Axel on Ramatra, and Jakey Wakey playing Junkrat. Meanwhile, Mark is sticking with Ramatra, Connor sticking with Hanzo. Board Dad is going to go ahead and play Lucio, Brody playing Kiri, and Sleepy is going to be playing a Reaper this time around. So we'll see how that plays into the team fights here. Using that Lucio speed boost, Gum Guzzlerz are able to get the point first. And Squid is able to get Connor down. That's going to be a huge pick for the VW Odyssey, but Sleepy is able to go back and take down Kolbach and Squid. Lelouch is going to go down as well. Axel going down, and it is just Jakey Wakey there. Jakey Wakey is going to have to go out in order to survive. We see Sleepy and Brody are both there to push Jakey, and they are able to get Jakey. You see Squid is now switching to Cassidy, but Cassidy is going to go down. It's just Doug here. Kolbach going down as well, and the VW Odyssey are going to have to regroup here. You see Jakey Wakey over there on the side, kind of in the middle of the screen there, trying to get a little bit of an off angle on the Gum Guzzlerz. Meanwhile, Connor switching to Genji, also playing kind of that off angle on the left side of the VW Odyssey. See Jakey Wakey now going for the point. And Axel is able to take down Mark with the assistance of the rest of the team there. And they are going to go ahead and push. Not quite able to get Sleepy down. Connor does take down Lelouch, but Squid is able to get Board Dad. Kolbach getting the res on Lelouch. Kasune Rush is going to be used, looking for Sleepy's ult here in order to keep the point alive, but Sleepy does go down, and the VW Odyssey are able to capture the point. Again, another close one. Gum Guzzlerz got all the way up to 99%. So in order to keep this first point in their possession of this Flashpoint game, the VW Odyssey are going to have to maintain this for the entirety of this percentage. See Connor again taking the off angle. Squid able to snuff him out pretty quickly, but with a good deflect, Connor is able to prevent the grenade from getting him. But Gum Guzzlerz just can go ahead and try and take the points. So now VW Odyssey are going to have to do what they can here. That is a 3K coming from Sleepy and Mark there. And Blade here to try and finish off Kolbach, and Axel going down as well. That is going to be the first point. Excuse me. See, Squid is now going to be playing Soldier here. Brody looking very low.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
See, Gum Guzzlerz are really pushing up there, but unfortunately it's going to bite them and hard. Connor going down.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Helden sterben nicht.
Jakey Wakey able to get some solid hits there on Sleepy. And Jakey able to get Sleepy. Squid able to get Mark and Board Dad here. It's just Brody, and Brody goes down. VW Odyssey able to capture the point here. And Connor now switching back to Hanzo after playing some Genji. Jakey Wakey using ult here. Charging right up the main line here. Able to get Connor. You see Squid and Kolbach over there on an off angle. Meanwhile, Jakey Wakey is spamming bombs into where the Gum Guzzlers are trying to push through. And Axel and Alosh doing a very good job of holding that choke right there. The Gum Guzzlers may have to find another point of entry going on to this point. And as I say that, they do go ahead and shift to that side here. And window is used on this left side. Meanwhile, Gum Guzzlers are using the other side. And beat is dropped. And Ramatra's ulting here. Axel does go down, however. Mark now able to get Kolbach, able to get Lalaush. And of course they do get point here. See coming up, Sleepy does have another ult. Connor coming close to ult as well. Meanwhile, we have Valkyrie coming up for the VW Odyssey, and that's looking like just about it as of now. Some solid hits coming from Squid there, getting that damage boost from Kolbach yet again. They are going to have to push in. They did get the 99, however. In order to finalize this, they're really going to have to make that push. They're doing just that. Sleepy coming to the back line. Ult coming, and a solid ult coming from Sleepy. Sleepy able to get 3, Connor able to get 1. And that is essentially, that is a team kill. And the Gum Guzzlers are able to maintain the point and get the second one.
Next, flashpoint.
We have now reached the point where the VW Odyssey are going to have to do everything in their might to get these next 3 objectives without letting the Gum Guzzlers get another one. So this will be definitely,
I'm obviously the most precious.
I would say, heavy requirements or high stakes for the VW Odyssey as they're pushing into this.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
See Axel now switching to Reinhardt here.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Another ult coming here from Squid.
Helden sterben nicht.
Able to get Brody down, but Connor able to get Squid. Axel able to get Sleepy here. And a res used on Squid here to keep the fight alive. Squid able to get Connor. And Mark is pushing back here. Jakey Wakey able to get Board Dad, and Squid able to get Mark. Not quite a team kill, but enough to capture the point here. Now last time around, VW Odyssey were able to get all the way to 99%, and Gum Guzzlers were still able to capture the objective and keep it in order to get that second point. And Squid able to get Connor. Connor was looking very low, but personally I thought he was going to escape there, but unable to do so. See Kitsune Rush being used here. Window used to counter here. Another Annihilation being used. Axel able to get 2 in the back line, but Mark able to get 2 himself. Sleepy taking down Squid as well, so it's just Axel and Jakey here. Jakey doing his best to stay alive, but unable to do so. VW Odyssey able to get all the way to 85%, and they are coming back with Earth Shatter and Riptire. So we'll see how that plays in this team fight in order to finalize this objective. Meanwhile, we do see Sleepy coming up on Bob, Connor holding on to those dragons, and Bored Dad having his beat drop here, so we'll see what happens. And Jakey Wakey using Riptire. Not able to get the explosion off, and dragons being used here. Jakey Wakey does go down to Sleepy. VW Odyssey stepping back in order to live for another fight, not having to fully regroup here. Coming up on 80% for the Gum Guzzlerz. They're going to have to make a push here. And Axel almost able to get Earth Shatter off, but Connor taking Jakey and Mark able to punch away. And that is going to be the game.
Play of the game.
Alrighty, and we will be right back as we get ready for the third and potentially final game of this matchup. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, and we are back for the third and again potentially final matchup between the VW Odyssey and the Gum Guzzlerz. So far, we have seen some dominance coming from the Gum Guzzlerz in the first game. A little bit of give and take there coming from both teams in the second game. So we'll see if the VW Odyssey are able to come away with the dub here in this third game. We've seen a lot of good things from Gum Guzzlerz, and we've seen some snippets of good things coming from the VW Odyssey team. But again, I'd like to fall back just kind of on that synergy aspect of things. You know, that lack of team chemistry can make or break a team. And unfortunately, with the draft team having to play with wingers each match, it can be a little bit difficult to have that. So I'm excited to see, you know, coming into this third game, playing with each other. You know, 2 games clearly isn't a lot, but see if that can be enough to provide the VW Odyssey what they need in order to overcome the Gum Guzzlerz in this third game and to extend the match here. But ultimately, it's down to the players and it's down to how they play. So we'll see what happens here in this third game.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
And Squid immediately able to get a pick there on Sleepy, but poor Dad able to get the res. You see Gum Guzzlerz playing up top here, trying to get those elims, but ultimately the objective is what makes or breaks. So we'll see how that plays in this first team fight. Jakey Wakey really low there, but not able to finish off the elim. Still, so far, no elims coming from either team. Solid immortality coming from Alosh there in order to keep Axel alive. And window already being used here by Alosh. And Board Dad does go down. That is going to hinder the aggressiveness that the Gum Guzzlerz are playing with. Axel able to get Sleepy down. Jakey Wakey able to finish off Mark. Brody going down. It's just Connor there playing in the back line. And you see Squid is going to go ahead and push and finish off the elim there on Connor. See Alosh there on the robot here. Gum Guzzlerz starting to kind of push in that room, but being drawn to Squid and Kolbach here. They are able to get Squid down, and it does not look like Red is going to be, Red is going to be feasible. Axel able to go down just before the immortality field gets there. Alosh going down as well. It is just Jakey Wakey here. Kolbach using Valkyrie in order maybe to escape, or I guess in an effort to keep the team alive, but unfortunately unable to do so. But Kolbach does go down, unable to get away from the rest of the Gum Guzzlerz. Sleepy probably seeing the guns of Jakey Wakey poking out there, able to dash and finish Jakey off there. See Sleepy diving in here. Connor able to take down Jakey Wakey with a charged shot there. Coalescence being used here by Brody, but it all goes down. Squid able to get 1. Kolbach resing Jakey Wakey. Squid able to get 2, 3. Sleepy able to take Squid down. Mark, unfortunately, eliminating himself somehow. Axel able to finish off Sleepy, and the VW Odyssey are able to get the robot back here. Still 6.5 minutes left in this game though, so a lot of time to push here. So far, this is the most even fighting we've seen between the 2 teams. So I'm excited to see how the rest of this plays out. You see Squid now coming back from spawn here and going up to that high ground. You see Mark gonna go ahead and switch to Risa here to try and counter maybe a lot of that damage. And Squid able to get sleepy. Jakey Wakey getting a 3K with ult, and Squid able to finish off Mark. Solid playing from the VW Odyssey there. Able to get a team kill against the Gum Guzzlerz. You see Connor is now going to be playing Soldier himself here. Mark is going to be pushing Squid and Colbot. Dragon Blade being used, but Sleepy is able to get Colbot, but Walaush able to get Sleepy to trade there. Axel playing a very solid Junker Queen here, getting great support from both Colbot and Walaush. Window being used, Sleepy able to get Jakey Wakey, however, they are going to go ahead and push him through. Immortality being used, but that is effectively a team kill to counter coming from the Gum Guzzlerz. And now we are down to 4.5 minutes. Again, so the VW Odyssey have gotten about halfway past the first checkpoint. Meanwhile, Gum Guzzlerz are just on the brink of doing so. So they're going to have to definitely play a little more aggressive, or maybe a little bit more reserved and really picking their targets and finishing things off. What you see is currently a 3v1 against Sleepy there on that back side. Another ult coming here from Squid. Axel able to get Connor. Squid dropping down. Mark able to get Lelouch, however. You see Jakey and Axel really pushing against Mark here. And Jakey able to get Mark. You see Res being used here, and a visor being used now by Connor here. Colbach able to get the res on Squid. Connor able to get Axel, as Axel's looking really low. Coalescence being used as well. VW Odyssey having to back up, try and live for another fight here. Connor able to get Jakey down. It's like both teams are pocketing their soldiers here. But Sleepy able to come back here and get Squid down. Unfortunately, not enough support for Axel there. Axel does go down. And we're Odyssey now playing without their tank. You see Colbot going down, Squid going down as well. And they're pushing. Gum Guzzlerz getting very close to overtaking the lead. Jakey Wakey choosing to fade out in order to survive, as several Gum Guzzlerz are checking that room there. Now down to 2.5 minutes. Another window being used here. Connor using visor in the back line. Jakey Wakey able to get Mark down. Squid able to take down Connor. And now VW Odyssey are making their push. Dad looking very low, but unable to get the elimination here. VW Odyssey are still pushing. Brody taking a solid hit there. See Jakey Wakey really pushing in, but Mark is able to regroup, and Connor is now there as well. Down to 1:45 for the VW Odyssey push here. Ult coming here from Axel, able to get Brody down. Squid able to get Dad, which is a solid pick there. Connor able to get Axel, however, but Colbot getting the res. Bob being used, and Connor does go down. Sleepy looking low as well. VW Odyssey really having to push here.
Hey. How's it going?
It's essentially a 2v5. Jakey Wakey coming back now. I think the VW Odyssey are going to have to choose to survive rather than fight here as they're waiting for the rest of the team to get here. Axel coming from the back. See the Lausch also coming, but again, so far still just a 2v5. And this skill orb able to get Kolbach down. Squid going down as well. And Axel going down also is just the Lausch here. And you heard the announcer, just 30 seconds left here in this matchup. VW Odyssey going to have to make a final push through overtime, more than likely, in order to keep this game alive. And Sleepy using ult here. But no one rounding the corner, unable to utilize the full potential of that ult. Axel now switching to Risa as well. Jakey Wakey going in there trying to ult, but gets taken out by Connor. Squid getting Connor down. It's just Axel going down as well. Overtime clock ticking down. And that is going to be the game.
Play of the game.
And that is going to be it for this matchup between the VW Odyssey and the Gum Guzzlerz. As we wrap up this evening's stream, I would like to point out to you that we are a growing community. So we are trying to get more followers on TikTok. We're trying to get more likes and follows on our Facebook page, trying to get more likes and subscriptions on our YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms found on the Overwatch Odyssey League. And we can't do that without you, the viewers, and we can't do that without the competitors. So huge shout out to you, those of you who are watching tonight's stream, and huge shout out to the competitors for being here and participating. For those who could fill in, huge shout out to all the ringers for VW Odyssey, as well as Sleepy for filling in for the Gum Guzzlerz. We appreciate all of you being here, but like I said, we can't do any of this without the viewers, so we do appreciate you being here, for those of you who are. And as we try and grow this community, we appreciate everything that you contribute, likes, follows, just participating within the Discord. We appreciate all of that. So with that being said, we are closing in on the end of the preseason. So next week will be the final week of the preseason, and then we'll have a couple weeks of a break as we're trying to, again, increase the amount of teams and participants in the Overwatch Odyssey League. So we're planning to start about mid-January or so. But again, if you know someone or you yourself are interested in participating in the Overwatch Odyssey League, please feel free to reach out to any of our social media platforms, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can about you potentially joining, as well as any members. If you'd like to form a team and start a team, we would definitely love to have you be a part of this community. So with that being said, until next time, we will see you Monday, I believe, at 8 p.m. for our next matchup.